Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and welcome to my new series called Rule of 3. Let me explain the format. I've heard before that it takes 3 installments of a series to really gauge your interest in it, and I thought it'd make for something interesting. So I'll watch 3 episodes of a show, read 3 issues of a comic, listen to 3 songs on an album, etc. to see if I can get into it. The only exceptions I can think of are films, where I believe there's enough story in a single installment to make that kind of judgment, and some web shows. It depends on the length of episodes. If I'm not interested, well, I gave it a shot. If I am interested, I'll follow up with a full review later on. So first on the list is the Looney Tunes Show. It premiered on Cartoon Network on May 3rd, 2011 and ran until August 31st, 2014 for a total of 2 seasons and 52 episodes. I remember my first impression being not so good, but that was because the art style took a little getting used to. I watched an episode about a year after the show premiered and thought it was hilarious, the memory of which prompted me to give the show a look earlier this year. With that out of the way, let's get into my thoughts on the first 3 episodes. As I previously mentioned, the art style did take some getting used to, but nowadays I really like it. They wanted to separate this show from other Looney Tunes material, and the different character designs I think help that out. They're different, but they aren't ugly, and you can easily tell that these are the same characters. Jeff Bergman's voices for Bugs and Daffy also took some getting used to, but I think he does the characters well. The other voices are pretty spot on as well, featuring many Looney Tunes veterans, with the exceptions of Fred Armisen as Speedy Gonzales and Kristen Wiig as Lola Bunny. I don't think anyone sounded bad in their roles, not even extras. As far as the side segments go, the Roadrunner short from the first episode felt kinda weird, possibly due to the use of CGI instead of the show's normal animation style, and the songs from the other 2 episodes were at least memorable enough to stick in my mind. That being said, I would rather never see an upskirt shot of Marvin the Martian or Yosemite Sam in a diaper ever again. Then we've got the actual episodes themselves. I'm glad I remembered the one I saw all those years ago, because the show really is as funny as I remembered it to be. The plots were all really nice, the first one being about Bugs and Daffy's friendship, the second introducing us to Lola and her wackiness, and the third putting the 2 leads in jail because Daffy didn't want to pay a fine for littering. The jokes had me laughing pretty hard at times, my favorite of the bunch being Pepe Le Pew's line about the importance of marriage in the second episode. The overall stories of the episodes never left me bored, and I like those changes that they made to have it stand out amongst other Looney Tunes media, having the show be a little more grounded, keyword a little, and oh my god, can we talk about Lola for a second? Lola is without question my favorite character thus far. I think the show's staff deserve an award for turning her around from the stereotypical bland tomboyish character she was in Space Jam and other appearances, to the funny, crazy, wacky stalker of Bugs she is in this show, which makes her an absolute blast to watch. Some of the show's best jokes have revolved around her. They made Lola entertaining, and that's incredible. Great characterization, not just for Lola, but for all the characters I've seen so far. So, final verdict. If you couldn't tell by now, I'm very invested in the Looney Tunes show and intend to keep watching it. I'd recommend giving it a shot if you haven't seen it. That'll be it for the first episode of Rule of 3, and I'm glad it could start on a good note. I've been Skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.